These are some steep steps. This is where I'm staying this week. And today I want to talk about a topic. It's called attention to detail. My daughter is a freshman in college, and she's doing ROTC. She's not under contract. She had an assignment due last week. She was surprised that she got a B minus. In fact, she was kind of deflated and surprised, like I said. And after hearing some of the input that she gave me, let's just say that she forgot to pay attention to detail, cross her T's, dot her I's, maybe capitalize. I don't know all of the details, but she was surprised. And the first thing that I told her, I said, in the military or even at ROTC, we are taught attention to detail. When I went through basic training 20 years ago, attention to detail was first introduced to me. That was the first time I'd ever heard of that. And we would have to mop the floors in the dorms, in the bays. We had to sweep, first of all, then mop. Then the MTI would come over and say, with the flashlight, turn off the lights, put a flashlight all the way at the bottom of the floor, and we'd be surprised how dirty it was. That's actually a secret that the MTIs had, and I'm sure they have a lot of secrets, but we would do a lot of things. And often at BMT, under stress, where people are yelling or you're being rushed to do this, you can still do it though. That's the good news, that you can accomplish your mission, whatever that mission is, even under duress, when you're stressed. Does that mean sometimes you're going to fail or not succeed? Yes, that's going to happen. That's what BMT is about. But the military, I'm going to say in general, and one thing I know for sure in the Air Force is attention to detail. I went back 6 years later to field training, right back to Lackland Air Force Base, and it was the exact same thing. However, I'd already been in the Air Force almost 6 years, so I was able to adapt even quicker and succeed, and that's the thing. You're going to do that as an individual in your professional life, or you're going to do that as well as a team in your professional life. Attention to detail is a big thing. Now, going back to my daughter, here's the good news. The good news is that this happened to her in week number 4 of her 4-year educational career. We'll call it that. And the reason I say that's a good thing that it happened to her is because it caught her attention, whereas now, the next time she has a paper due, she's going to hopefully not make those same mistakes again and realize that the captain who is in charge of her and her flight is trained. I already know that she went to the Air Force Academy because my daughter told me, and she is very assertive, a female. That's a good thing for my daughter to see as well, because my daughter told me when she met with her last week that she had to report in, give a reporting statement, first time ever that she'd ever done it, talk about whatever they talked about. And I asked her, what did you talk about? She said, we talked about why I'm in ROTC, what my major goal is as far as the major for her education, and what she wants to do in ROTC as well. So that was good. So she is going to learn from the best, and that is the cadre, the team of instructors who are going to teach her. So going back to what I said a moment ago, I'd rather this happen to her and me and you earlier rather than later, so we can adjust and make sure that we focus on that attention to detail, which is important. The reason the military does that, at least in my opinion, is because they want to make sure that we are the right people for the military as well, in the sense that if they tell us to do this dumb or what appears to be dumb task, whether we agree with it or not, that if we can do it, then we are going to be dependable when it is a life or death situation in the military, and that does happen. Let's say you're deployed. Let's say you're here at base, at your home base, and something is going on, and you have to execute the plan and stick to it. If you've been trained with attention to detail, you're going to, or you should be able to succeed when you are stressed. You hear the sirens? That's the city of Aurora. That's where I am. That's what this topic is about, is attention to detail. The sooner you and me can get this, the easier it's going to be, because we already know that we have to make adjustments. That's what life is about. I'm wearing a Army shirt I did not get this at a thrift shop. I actually bought this brand new. It's one of the few shirts that I had that was brand new. And I bought this in honor of my father-in-law, who was an Army Vietnam veteran, and he passed away a few years ago. Mike, who is always with me in uniform and in spirit, because on my uniform I have 2 areas for pens, and one of them says Army. Nobody can use that, period. In fact, I won't even use it unless I have to. If it runs out of ink, that pen is going to stay on my uniform for as long as I am in the service. Hope this has been helpful to you. Attention to detail, make it happen. Take care.